Tuesday at noon, right?
Well, each club has their own meeting times, you know, and they're published. They're on the Rotary website, so you can get down to the club level and find out.
Where do you meet?
We meet at Tuesday at noon at the United Methodist Church.
Right in Westfield?
Yes, right in Westfield.
Okay, that's easy to find. And usually it includes lunch, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have lunch there.
Absolutely. Our lunch is catered by CJ's restaurant right now, and he's doing a wonderful job with that.
Yeah, he's a terrific guy. Terrific. Makes a great dough, I might add.
He does.
I buy his pizza dough from him occasionally. He doesn't like me to tell people about it because you don't want people running and buying pizza dough.
He'd like to sell you the whole pie.
Yeah, so the Rotarians, basically, they are an international support. I wonder if they have any in the Muslim countries. Do you have any? Do you know of any?
Yes, they do.
Do you really?
Yes.
They do. I'll be darned. Well, there are emirs there and people who run the oil fields or something, or own them. I don't know. There must be some big heat here and there. No camel drivers, I'm sure. Okay, big crowd. You basically, though, the point is you do have the leaders in your community. A lot of professionals, doctors, lawyers, probably, teachers, principals.
Absolutely. We're well represented by the schools, and we do an awful lot of work with the schools, and I'd like to talk about that for just a minute. I'm the vocational chairman for our club, and we do several things with the schools. The primary thing that we do for recognition is that we have Students of the Month, and perhaps you've seen that in the paper.
I've seen it on TV.
You've seen it on TV even. But what we do is that we have the school superintendents or the school officials select a Student of the Month for us. We bring all 5 of those students to our noontime meeting. We introduce them to the club. I read their bio to them so they know about all of their accomplishments and what they've been doing with their life and what they're planning on. We present them an award. We present them with one of these wonderful Rotary writing instruments, as well as we get their picture in the local paper and in the Chautauqua Star and the Republican, and sometimes it hits the Jamestown paper. So they have a lot of recognition there.
The kids, you say 5. Now, how do you figure 5 kids?
Well, we have Westfield Academy.
I see, from every community.
We have Brockton. We have Ripley. We have Chautauqua Lake, and we have Sherman. So we have 5 of those students come in. They're generally seniors at this point. And it's always nice to see the interaction that they have, because they all have something in common. They're there, and they really like coming to the meetings. They enjoy the lunch and what happens at Rotary meetings, and it does introduce them to Rotary. And we like that because there are other Rotary organizations. Once they graduate from high school, they can go on to college, and in college they can join Rotaract clubs, which is
we have a university like Rotary or something in the college.
Yes,
huh?
yes. And at the high school level, we are fortunate enough, and Dave is in charge or the leader of this with Jack Scahill, the superintendent, an Interact club, which is a high school level. And we started out, I'm going to let Dave talk about this.
Yeah, I want to hear about this.
But
what do you do?
Dave has done some wonderful things with these students.
We do it right in high school.
Okay, what do you do?
It's the Brockton Interact Club. We have about 20 active members right now. We started about 5 years ago. We started this, and primarily we do community service projects, but we also do we have to do one international project a year too. Most of our projects are geared towards hands-on. It's not so much fundraising. We don't concentrate on fundraising. We want to actually get out in the field and do some work. But we have helped a family in need at Christmas time. We do that each year through the Preventative Angels program through the Chautauqua County Department of Social Services.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up on that. We have a couple of phone calls. You want to take one?
Good morning.
Good morning.
On this beautiful, beautiful day, I mean, the week is just going to get better and better and better. I love it.
Yeah.
And I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to Mr. and Mrs. B and say I'm glad that they're on their way. They have become better. They were ill for a while, and they're much better now. And
okay, good.
So forth. And I do have a question for your guest.
Okay.
Now, I tuned in a little late, so maybe he's answered this already, but I know that the Rotary Club does a lot of good within their communities, and one thing that I'm aware of is their scholarship program for outstanding students. They have they pick a Rotary $1 I think per month. I'm not sure about that,
Yeah,
but I
what
know
was
they
that,
do.
the month?
We have a Students for the Month program.
And plus, at the end of the year, I know they give out a scholarship to help any
you?
student that's
Yes.
going
Yes.
on to school.
We'll talk about that.
How much?
And-
Well, let me follow that. How much?
Well,
And
this,
well, my question, I'm not,
Okay.
my question is, do you depend on donations from your members or from the? How do you get the money to give out these scholarships with?
well, that's an excellent question, and that's partly mostly why we're here today. First of all, we have two major fundraisers, and our first fundraiser is coming right up, which is our annual auction, is what we're here to promote, which is Saturday, May 15th. And out of those funds,
It goes what time again?
You know,
5 to 9 p.m.
5 to 9 p.m. and it's a big deal. I mean, there's
where is it?
It's at the Firemen's Exempt Hall on Bourne Street in Westfield.
Okay.
and that's easy to find. Just cross the two railroads from Westfield and hang a right. That's Bourne Street. You know, you just ride down there to see 5 million cars.
That's true.
There's lots of parking there, and
Yes, there
it's
is.
really a fun time. And we have lots of donations that come in from businesses and Rotary members, and they are auctioned off either in a live auction or in a silent auction.
And $500. Somebody's going to win it, right?
And for a kicker, we have we put up $500 in the drawing, which your ticket, when you purchase your ticket, will get you a chance to win. You must be present to win that. We want people to come to the auction, so
And how
that's
much are
why
the tickets to the auction?
they're a
Given.
whopping $10.
Which
Okay?
includes a full Chevetta chicken dinner, I might add.
Oh, well, that makes a difference.
And it's a donation to a worthy cause. They could probably write it off.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, and to answer your question, the thing that you ask about what we are doing with the students, again, as I said, I'm the vocational chair, and we honor the students each month at our meetings for the 10 months for 5 schools, which amounts to 50 students per year. Then at the end of the year, we go to all of the graduations, and we present scholarships. This year, for the entire group of 5 schools, Rotary Club is putting up $4,000.
Holy mackerel! That's a lot of chicken.
It's a lot of chicken, and it's a wonderful cause because these students are just terrific, and you know they need help today. If you want to talk about healthcare costs, but education cost is very expensive as well.
Now, are the scholarships based on need or on academic ability?
Well, it's a combination of both of those criteria. We look a lot to the schools to kind of tell us where it would go to. We, as Rotary, don't actually select the student that gets it. We have the schools help us with that, but
Right.
we are there to provide it and provide the recognition. As I said, we go to the graduations, and we are very much into trying to provide the recognition that these students need. So when we go to these graduations, we not only are handing out the scholarship, but we are re-recognizing all of the students of the month at the graduation. You know, their parents are there, their friends are there, and it's just a very warming experience for all of us.
Good. I wanted to hear
truly
from
enjoy
Dave
that.
Travis too,
Well-
because Dave Travis is with us. He's also with the Rotary here, and he specializes in the schools. Now, you said you don't really select these kids, huh?
We don't. The school administration selects the kids, but one of the other issues that factors that go in is we are a community service organization, so we do look at the students' community service record too. That's one thing that does go into it, as well as academics and need.
And I see
Those
the
are all
state has-
factors.
The state has now passed the thing that in order for the students to graduate, they have to put in so many hours of community service, and it can't be like going and mowing grandma's lawn. It has to be for an organization or something that they put in this volunteer time in order to get their state diplomas. This has to be done.
Yeah, I guess you're part of that. What are you said you do community service. Hold on a second. Listen on. What do you do? What are some of the things that you do for the community?
We do a lot. I was just trying to put a list together last night, and we do probably 4 or 5 projects during the course of each year major projects. And we like to do hands-on. We also contribute a lot of money towards projects.